And now we thought we should do a little challenge. So we're going to do the 3-question thing. I'm going to ask Danielle 3 questions of anything I want, and she's going to ask me 3 questions. And we have to answer. If we don't answer, you have to eat a squirt of hand sanitizer.
How about you have to swallow a portion of a tissue?
Ew.
Hand sanitizer's worse, bro. I'm actually nursing 2 children right now. Like.
Alright, fine. You have to eat a tissue. If you don't answer, you have to eat a tissue.
Half a tissue.
Half a tissue. You cannot throw it up. You have to eat it. Okay, first question, Danielle. What is the most embarrassing time that you fell asleep when you should not have?
It's not really funny.
It doesn't have to be funny. I just want the truth.
The truth is,
the whole truth.
I fell asleep behind the wheel one time. There have been many, many times where I almost did, but there was actually one time I dozed off.
Oh my gosh.
And I was about 17. I was coming home from Chicago. I live up in Milwaukee, so it was, an hour-and-a-half drive late at night. I would go to this church service every week, regardless of how busy my week had been or how much athletics or how much homework I had or friend parties or whatever. I would go every week, which is good, commendable. However, it was dangerous on this particular occasion. Drove home, and they say that most accidents happen within a couple miles of your home. It's true. I let my guard down, and I had to be like half a mile from my home, and I fall asleep. And I wake up, and the car has stopped rolling, and I'm about 3 or 4 feet away from a gas pump. I had rolled off the road, up the driveway of a gas station, and rolled towards a gas pump, but not hit it.
Were there people there that saw this happen?
No, it was closed.
Abandoned gas station.
Yeah, but it was an open gas station, so there's definitely gas in those pumps. So
can you imagine if you crashed through the front of the gas station, and all you remember is driving, and the next thing you remember waking up, and you're staring at the Twinkie shelf in your car?
No, I almost hit a gas pump.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I was aimed at.
I know, I'm just saying, what if it had gone that much farther?
Oh, jeez.
Little Debbie would have been like, what are you doing inside?
But anyway, yeah, so I regret that. You think you're invincible when you're a teenager, and unfortunately, there are actually limits we have to work within, and I really wish I would have done that night differently, but I do believe in angels, and I feel grateful to have been spared that night, despite the fact that I earned it crashing. Okay, so here's your question. If you could be my personal trainer and dietitian for a week, and I was forced to obey your every command, what would you make me do?
Oh my gosh. I would make you go to hot yoga 4 days a week.
4
days a week for that 1 week.
That's insane.
No, it's not. I used to do it all the time. And the 3 days in between, so a day on, day off, the days in between, you would do run on the track, cardio, combined with some weight strength training stuff and some flexibility, some plyometrics. And for diet, I would make you drink a minimum of 16 ounces of water first thing when you woke up in the morning, and minimum 16 before you went to bed at night. And your goal would be to drink a gallon a day.
I already do that.
Well, that's amazing. What do you need me for? And then
clearly, we're not arrived yet.
I would make you eat a raw, organic superfood smoothie every morning as your first meal of the day.
Who would make it when? Did the babies get woken up? I guess it's a separate question.
That's their alarm. Smoothie! Time for school, kids! Then you would know that you were hydrated, and you would know that you had...
But I'm not allowed to eat until 16 hours has passed, which usually puts me at 10:30 or 11 a.m. start time.
Well, that's better. Then you won't wake up the kids. They'll already be awake.
I know, but usually when I...
We all have a couple stories about not staying in the guidelines at 3 a.m. or so. You know what I mean? If you could take away one social service from this country and replace it with a social service that does not yet exist, Which social service would you take away, and what would you replace it with?
Okay, I'm going to say something hugely controversial, and we might lose all of our subscribers right now.
Or we might gain some. It's a gamble.
So
we
I
love
would
gambling.
take away
Just kidding.
any and all funding for abortion.
Okay.
And I would use all of that money to hand out birth control like candy.
Interesting. That's something you could comment about. What would you do? What social
if we have any
service
followers left.
would you take away, and which would you replace with? But now I bet she's got some ideas behind this. So before you freak out and rant, hear her thoughts out.
Oh, I think that, non-committed sex is incredibly damaging. However, I think that, I would think that's less damaging to many people, the act of, non-committed sex, than actually having to go through all the, abortion with all, everything. So I'm just saying, and to me, I would much prefer, one over the other. I think it's ridiculous that a lot of people that say like cut the funding for, it seems like they're diametrically opposed, but why can't we just be like, hey,
I can't even think of anybody.
you would probably just go to some nudist colony yoga retreat center and like date all the hippies, right? Or would you go to like world leader conferences? No.
Dude, I'm not down for that.
Actresses?
Politics.
Academics?
No, actresses are crazy. Academics are too non-creative.
No, actresses, bro.
I'm being general. Yeah, I'd probably like roll into some yoga studio. It wouldn't have to be a nudist studio. I mean, I might right away just because I'd be like heartbroken and I'd probably need like extra feminine comfort. I don't know.
You're so sweet.
I don't know.
Alright, let's move on.
I'd probably go to Italy and just like fall in love with some vintner's daughter or something.
There you go. Alright.
I don't know.
I'll make sure to pack in Italy.
Yeah, oh god.
Just kidding.
That was real, man. That was like national TV. What's he gonna say?
Okay.
I gave you no names though. That's what's so ironic. Oh, I gave you a person that doesn't count and a person that we don't know exists. But only 2 out of 3. Maybe like... Okay, my last question. What is the sexiest man job of all time? And who is the and who do you like most imagine having that job of all the people you know?
Wait, oh, so you just turned this right around back on me.
Yeah, it's like kind of like your question, but a little bit different.
Okay, so are you hogging the spotlight?
Not anymore.
I mean, I haven't even seen 50 Shades of Grey, but like the nebulous, powerful corporate man. I mean, like
corporate.
That's pretty.
See that coming.
I mean, like women like power, men like sexy women, women like powerful men. Like, and it's not even. So yeah, and suits and ties are nice too.
Oh, she likes the system.
No, I don't like the system because usually like the ones at the way top like sort of like have like little accents that are slightly, dissing the system while still looking incredibly attractive within the, not suits and ties. Yeah, I've never seen 50 Shades of Grey, but that's the first thing that's popping in my head is that type of like, I'm a billionaire, but I'm totally into you.
That's my goal, is to be able to tell her that in the future. I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. But I'm totally into you. I may not have a suit and tie on, but you'll probably be okay with it by then.
Stop him right now. Alright. Do you truly want to move back to LA?
Ooh. Kind of. See, we live in a world where you don't have to say yes or no anymore. I would like to live in LA for part of the year, preferably when it's winter in Milwaukee. And then I would like to come back to Milwaukee or somewhere else when it's not winter there. Because I like the balance of the like eternal summer, beach, canyon, mountains, hyper creative, brave, beautiful people doing amazing things, being surrounded by that energy. There's a lot of business there, there's a lot of opportunity. I love that. It's like super tantalizing, and I love a good party, and it's kind of like a gigantic 10 million person party. But I also like deeply grounded, like spiritually sound family values, old world charm too. You know, and like seasons. I like that stuff.
Seasons are good.
Yeah, I like to be in tune with nature. That's a big deal.
Okay, but if you had to pick forever,
Ooh.
Wisconsin or LA, what would you choose?
If I had to pick forever, it was guaranteed
Here
that
comes-
LA wouldn't fall off the map at some point soon.
No, there's no guarantee about that.
Oh!
You're gonna go with LA, aren't you?
I think I'd have to go with LA.
Oh.
Last winter was so brutal. I literally didn't see the sunshine for like over 5 months. I can't take it. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I feel like I learned things about you. That was
Me too.
nice.
That was fun. I like that. I like you, Thomas.
I like you too. Give me a kiss.
Ouch.
Can't reach you. Yeah, I have a child. I'm limited. I actually can't reach you.